This episode on Sailing Popao.
We're getting the hell away from this big storm cell.
Maybe regretting our decision.
Gusting up to about 30, just crumbling all around us. And we had our top speed before.
All ships, this is sailing vessel Popao.
The most stressful night sail we've ever had. We couldn't have asked for more unsettled weather. It is pouring down. Has been, well, it's not at the moment, but it was absolutely pouring down with rain 10 minutes ago. Like some of the heaviest rain I've ever seen. Clouds all around us, but it is time to go. We've got 2 days of northerlies to make the most of it, so go as far south as possible, trying to get back to Sydney so we can stop up there for a few months, see some family and friends. Bye-bye, Luca, again.
We're getting out just in time.
It looks like it's going that way on the radar.
South.
Yeah. Looks like we have rain like just behind us. I can actually see the rain coming. Hopefully it lets us through the bars and get out and put the autopilot on. Otherwise Mark is going to get soaked. So we're pushing about 2 knots of current at the moment because the tide is running in. This is the top of the tide now, so it should take out any like overrun on the way. We're going to pop out the north entrance again, the same way we came in, just because we know that it was really good depth through there.
Lumpy.
Lumpy, very lumpy.
Nothing great, actually. A little rough.
You wouldn't want to go and run out. Already. We're only meant to have about 10 to 15. Just put a double reef in because there's a lot of rain around. We could probably only needed 1 reef, but it's easy to take it out and put it in. So yeah, if it drops out, that's fine. So we've learned our lesson, and if we go a little bit slower, that's fine. There's a lot of swell around today, so what happens when we go really fast is we just slam into the waves. We get tossed around quite a bit because we are like that, so just for comfort levels. So we are motor sailing. We're getting the hell away from this big storm cell. It looks like it's going inland according to the rain radar, but looking at it, it looks like it's coming to us, so I don't know. Anyway, we just decided to leave an engine on, get the hell out of here. We're doing 9 knots at the moment.
Yeah, it's rough. Sloppy.
Very sloppy. Not the only fools out here though, there's 2 other boats, so we're in company. We've only got 24-hour period of northerlies, so we want to make the most of it. Really trying to get back to Sydney as fast as we can. We've got the motor on, it's probably only adding about another knot or 2, but it gets us in, I don't know. It charges the batteries is the main thing because we've been running the batteries really low every day since we've had rain nearly every day for the last week. So radar's looking good at the moment. Doesn't look like there's any storms building on the coast yet. They're all inland, so I think we're just going to call it and just send it down the coast. Hopefully get to Port Mac by the morning, or Camden Haven, maybe even a little bit further south before that southerly comes through. And yeah, it's been pretty nice. Swell's a lot bigger than we thought, but it's quite comfortable. We're just about to turn and head dead downwind, so we're going to pull out the head sail. Winch doesn't sound happy. Flying along. Alright, so we just turned a bit, pulled out the heady, doing a nice 7 to 8 knots dead downwind. Beautiful.
After a grey start to the day, we were gifted with perfect sailing conditions until late afternoon when the horizon started to turn another shade of grey.
tummy from the land, which is making me super nervous. And I nearly hit the crab pot. It's missing by like 10 meters. And Michael's on.
There'll be more in the string, so keep an eye out.
Yeah. It is dark and nasty looking. We are like seriously lining up to just be heading straight for it. We use this app called Lightning Tracker and shows you the storm cell there. So all the red ones are the new lightning, and then the yellow ones are old, so I know that it's moving this way out to sea. Oh, we got a dolly. Nice. Well, I think I missed the whole flight then because I clipped it onto the door, but it fell down.
Nice one.
Perfect freezer filler.
First dolly you've caught on here.
Yeah, pretty crazy, really.
I'm gonna put this away. Can you give me like a nasty?
We waited pretty much 3 weeks for this weather window and it's still a house.
Phoning a friend in Crescent Head, fellow sailor Simon. Did you cop that storm?
Yeah, there's nothing in it. It's died off.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, we're just kind of like sitting out here with our butts clenched at the moment, just waiting for it to smash us, but...
No. Well, it's raining here. It's already hit us.
Yeah.
And the wind just, it really, you know, like I'd say maybe 10 knots from the north. It didn't change direction. It just really died in the arse. There was no, I was waiting for something, but nothing happened at all.
Oh, great.
It's just, you know, it's raining here. We'd be lucky to have 10 knots now.
Yeah, nice.
But it's still north, not from the south. So I'd say it'll pick up again after it passes.
So we may be regretting our decision. We don't know yet. We just we saw the storms forecast and we thought, okay, there is storms, but we might miss them. And it did seem like they were staying onshore, and inshore storms were forecast. We're in about 110 meters of water here, out from Coffs. Whether or not that's offshore enough, we just saw some lightning and thunder. It's very ominous. And we just worried because we're going dead downwind, wing on wing with the poled out heady, and we're just worried that it might turn southerly. I don't know.
Pole
See what
doesn't
happens.
matter.
Pole doesn't matter. Most of it's furled in anyway. So
If we get a southerly, we're just going to turn to port. We'll let the preventer off and just bear away.
yep.
And that way the pole's on the right side.
Sailing, eh? But we're still doing 7 knots, believe it or not. It's super calm and yeah, 6 to 7 knots. It's blowing 15, 16 knots out there. It's just very eerie. We've got this lightning tracker app here and the storm's right there. Anyway, it's a very ominous and stressful nail biting, just waiting for it to go past. Hopefully we can shoot the gap. I don't know. Fingers crossed.
I've taken a time out.
Jess is supposed to be on watch, but her stomach said knots.
I'm so stressed looking out the window. I just have to curl up in the corner for at least 10 minutes.
We've got a double reef main and slither of the head sail, and I can't sit down anywhere because I'm covered in dolphin fish blood and I stink. I just want to have a shower and just relax. But... What's that?
I'm fighting the bombs at the moment.
Oh, really? Oh, freaking love this boat. So, in amongst all the storm activity and fear,
And fish catching.
yeah, and fish catching and covering myself in fish blood, just gonna have a nice hot shower. And I tell you what, if that's not a morale booster, I waited till the storm lightning kind of passed. We're doing 6 knots, we're in 110 meters of water, just cruising along. Full moon, the moon rises at 6:30, so I don't know.
There's so much cloud, we're not seeing it.
From the
tonight.
stress, from all the stress, it's actually, things are coming up a little bit
That
nicer.
rain's like in the ocean now.
Nice hot shower, it fixes all. This is the furthest south this boat has ever been in its whole life.
Yeah.
We've just gone.
Finally got past Southwest Rocks.
We've just gone south of the bar at Southwest Rocks.
Wow.
So this is as far as we've ever been. Bloody peaceful now. It's so quiet. Once we shut the windows,
Absolutely beautiful.
it's just like
We're just talking about maybe putting an indoor helm in here. bringing one of the chart plotters in from outside.
Can't really see you, it's just you're just like
okay. Okay, well, my stomach's back in knots again. We had the wind pick back up just about an hour or two after the storm, which was like a lovely, lovely hour or two of sailing. And it's picked up now, it's blowing like 20 to 25 really consistently, gusting up to about 30. And the swell's picked up, it's crumbling all around us. We've still got 2 knots of current up the bum, so we were hooning along, and we had our top speed before of 16 knots, which was absolutely horrifying. It's been handling pretty well, but we've just fell the heady right in now. We've just got the main up, and we've dropped the engines to give us a little bit more. And it seems to have worked pretty well. We've got the backup rope here waiting. If we do go any faster, we'll create like a big loop off the back of the boat with some rope to slow us down a bit more. But at this stage, we're not seeing anything faster than 10 knots, which is surfing, so that's pretty good for us. We're pretty comfortable between about 6 to 9 knots, and we don't really like to surf over 10, which is pretty much what we're holding now. We've actually opened all the windows in the cabins too to try to reduce that windage, but yeah, we're just getting some huge gusts. Whoa. So yeah, it's pretty nerve-wracking. I don't really like looking out the window, to be honest, because seeing big black walls of waves, and yeah, I don't know, the car's handling it pretty well at this stage, but the knot in my stomach is massive. I'm so nervous right now. Yeah, it's definitely the strongest wind and gnarliest conditions we've been in, and at night, so it always adds another level of discomfort. But what's the saying? Smooth seas never made a skilled sailor.
all ships. This is sailing vessel Popao, sailing vessel Popao, sailing vessel Popao. Currently south of Hat Head, Smoky Cape. We just had a life jacket malfunction. Please disregard all MOB signals that may show up on your plotters. Popao, standing by, channel 16 now.
Well, this dickhead. So the finger remover on our rooftop, which we've known has been an issue, the previous owner warned us about it. Dee gloved her finger with a ring finger, and things just get caught in it all the time, so I don't wear rings. But it's found a new victim, the toggle on my life jacket. So we decided we were going to turn in and enough just to drop the main, and as we were doing that, of course, this little toggle, which you can pull to activate your life jacket, went off. And of course I've got the MOB jacket on, so that triggered all these alarms on board. So to add to the most stressful night sail we've ever had, we then had all these friggin' alarms going off, and meantime I'm struggling with this jacket, trying to get the thing on so I can put the pin back in and stop it. And then I had my jacket over my life jacket. Oh, it was freaking drama. Anyway, it was a good little rundown, but we ended up just heaving to and sorting out everything because it was just a cluster. But yeah, we just radioed everyone to let them know that it was a false alarm, and we're all good. But we've just put the whole main down, and we've got like a handkerchief of the heady out. Literally, like, there's not even any point having the heady out. I guess it's just keeping us on course. We're doing like 6 knots. It's so much better. It's the only thing making us move. Well, yeah, I think the bare poles will do that in this wind, but
Still doing what?
anyway,
What are we doing?
we're doing like 5 to 7, so that is totally fine by me. So much better. Thanks, Jason. We've been messaging our friend Jason. He has the same boat as us, pretty much same length and everything, and we were just messaging frantically, like, should we drop the main? Is it going to sail better or make it worse? Blah blah blah.
Let me just show you the chaos that is our cabin right now. you won't believe it. Got a rope here that we set up to use as like a bit of a drogue to slow us down, but then I pulled out this book frantically, the Storm Tactics book. Probably not the best time to be reading it when there's actually a storm, and it was saying, oh, you know, it can be really dangerous putting drogues out if you don't know how to use them. So then I consulted, and there was a lot of monohull stuff in there, so I consulted the Bible, catamarans here, and it said the same thing about putting that out. Turn and invert the lid. Yeah, so we ended up, it was just started getting real hectic, and because the preventer was on and the boat had changed course, we were heaved to, and then just as it was all good and we were ready to drop the main, just as life jacket went off, every alarm and scream and VHF was going off, and then people rating us. Oh,
sorry about that, mate. We accidentally had a bit of an issue with the life jacket catching on something and triggered our MOB, so that was a bit of fun trying to drop the main and have the jacket blow off on me.
Traffic been going good all day. I thought they must be chasing a 50-footer or something, over.
So yeah, we may have been pushing.
No, we were definitely just towing the line there, dreading putting the main down, but we're very glad we did now. We're just a little 37-foot easy catamaran, so a little bit out of our league out here, but it's good fun.
Been doing well. I thought I was chasing down like an Ultramare 45 or something, over.
So last night went from night to one of the worst that we've had on the water. Far out. We got the mainsail down, which I think is where we left you last time, and 30 knots and massive swell. You can probably see behind me that that's still running, that huge swell, but basically we didn't sleep all night. It was pretty comfortable once we got the main down, and then we just decided that we'd head into Camden Haven. We're just exhausted, and it's quite a big run to push around to the next stop that we can stop at. It's about 120 miles or something. So we just decided to stick with the original plan, go to Camden Haven. We slowed right down because we were going way too fast and we were going to get to the bar early, waiting for the sun to come up so you can see the condition of the bar. The later we leave it, the better, because the high tide's at 9, so they've had a lot of rain around this area, which means the overrun's probably going to be huge, which means even though it's mid-tide now, it's probably still going to be running out. So waiting for the bar camera to get enough light on the internet so we can see what the status is. I'm just praying that it's not an absolute flood in there, because there's a huge swell. It's massive. From the north, which is the way that the bar opens to. Anyway, I'll update you shortly. For that southern corner there that it's breaking. We haven't been through the bar before, so we're just wondering for a bit of info. I read on the internet there's a comment saying that the leads are a bit out. Have they changed those in the last 2 years? Thanks, mate. Oh, I hate that. So he was like, what's your draft? I said 900 mil. Oh yeah, it's fine. It's like 200 mil, 2 meters through there the whole way at low tide. But he said, oh no, there's nothing wrong with the leads. They've been fine forever. So you've got 2 sailors on the internet, 3 people all saying to draw a line east to west, approach it, come in staying on the south side of that, and then
from the middle basically. Come side of the middle of the bar.
Yeah. He goes, I'll just check the bar now. I said, oh, I didn't realise you could see it from the tower. He goes, yep, alright, just waiting for the bar camera to load. Ah, smooth as, yep, all good. I was like, he didn't even watch it for like 2 seconds. I've been watching that camera for like an hour. There's some big sets rolling through, so I think we'll just go and sit there and watch it for a bit, and then
Pretty flat.
yeah, go in.
I think we'll be fine with the tide. We're just being overly cautious now because we are tired, and this is always when you tend to make big mistakes. Just coming in now. Looks pretty flat and nice in here. Gonna follow the leads in as per the VMR instructions. Hopefully the guys on the internet are wrong. I think it's pretty flat anyway. One big one coming under us right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was the sketchiest bar crossing we've ever freaking done. Oh. How was that, Michael? Oh, God. We've seen boats on YouTube. That exact thing happens. They lift the boat up, just power drive you straight into the rock wall. Very, very uncomfortably close, that one. I didn't film any of the nice mountains when we were coming in. I was so stressed out. Look at this place. Beautiful.
Brutal.
That sums it up pretty much, folks.
We do 136.8 nautical miles, 22 hours. We still average 6.2 knots.
That's ridiculous.
And
What was our average when we stopped?
The last half we just
slowed down.
doing like 1 to 2 knots just to get here on the bar, which was still sketchy.
Oh my gosh, that was the sketchiest bar crossing we've ever had.
What a good one.
Fully surfed down that wave.
Pulling into this tranquil little river and picking up a mooring after one of the most stressful sails we've ever had was a huge feeling of relief. We were glad to be staying a night or two to recharge our batteries and to wait for the next weather window to continue south.
I thought we'd have a go with the leftover 2 muddies that we had. I thought we'd try a sweet chili mud crab pizza on the barbecue with some spring onions. Broken up the legs here. Easy way to get the meat out. You just get a rolling pin, squeeze and roll, and you just squishes all that meat out the end there. It's not much, but it saves you having to pick it all out, you know, real slow. Do another one for you, hang on.
A little wormy.
There you go, nice little bit of leg meat. You just get this crushed shell, throw it away. Done. So I finished picking and rolling all the meat out of the crab. I've got a fair bit out of those 2 little crabs. They were nice and full. And I'm just going to do a sweet chili base, and I've already mixed the spring onions in there. Top it with some cheese and parmesan. Done. See how we go.
Looks and smells pretty damn good.
So I put the little fry pan over the magma out there so it's fresh smoky. Took about 8 minutes, 10 minutes, but pretty crunchy and smells bloody good. That's amazing.
Is it?
So smoky and delicious.
Mm.
Mm. It's going in the book.
That's pretty easy,
simple.
that one. Yeah.
Oh.
Next episode on Sailing Popao.
Unprecedented. What the hell?
We are hand steering.
Hand steering.
Just want to get home by now. I'm just had enough sailing for a little bit.
We try our absolute hardest to make it back to Sydney.
This is snapped off the stanchion. We're just cruising along like so nicely. Okay, Michael just woke me up.
Can you imagine?
The port winch just exploded on me, so another thing to add to the broken list. Hey Michael.
Been a good one.
G'day everyone.
G'day guys, thank you so much for all your support. We've been overwhelmed with the amount of orders we've got on the merch.
Yeah, if you haven't already got some, head on over to sailingpopao.com to check it out.
Also, just wanted to say another huge thank you to all our patrons out there. Your support is amazing.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you, and see you on the next
Hopefully
one.
See you next episode.